Hello and welcome to Floki Plays. My name is Floki, aka Robert. I'm a 37-year-old dad recording in my basement in the middle of the night because that's when I get to do this sort of thing. And we're going to be trying out a game called Endless Space 2. This is one of my favorite games, and I thought it might be fun to show this off. We're starting, so this is a 4X game. We're going to be exploring the galaxy and taking it over. And we are going to be playing as the Vaulters. We'll be up against the Lumeris, the Hisho, the Vodini, Horatio, and Unfallen. The most basic kind of players, just to show this off. And basically normal settings, but I want a little bit of randomness. We're not going to be exactly sure what shape the galaxy is going to take. There's going to be lots of constellations. It's going to be a medium-sized galaxy, which is a little bit on the small side for this many players. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's the exact right number for this number of players. And random density of what is this? Stars per galaxy size. So might be sparse, might be clustered. We are not going to know until we get going. So let's start, and there's going to be a little cutscene, and then we'll get going. Just a little preview of the Vaulters' whole thing, their whole vibe.
Is this the end of our voyage? We had such hopes at the beginning, though we left in sorrow and desperation. But while they slept through the explosion, I have stayed awake for centuries, doing what I could to keep them alive. To save Zolia, first of the bloodline. But our power, my power, is fading. I can do nothing more for my people, the Vaulters.
The Vaulters are a stubborn, resilient people that have spent centuries seeking a home. Stranded on the world of Auriga, they had to survive the harsh climate and even harsher neighbors. In a years-long effort, they managed to repair their ancient colony ship, the Argosy, and once again depart before the dying planet became their grave. Once more among the stars, the people that now call themselves the Aurigans still seek traces of their past, as well as a safe place to build their future.
All right, so this is us. We are the Vaulters. We have metafolding. Ooh. So basically, as we progress in the game, we'll gain the ability to basically teleport across the galaxy from any of our systems to any other. We have some Sisters of Mercy that start with us. We start the game with a super colonizer ship. So this is, we'll get into that later. We can use strategic resources for system development upgrades. We can use privateers from the beginning. We might... I generally don't truck with pirates, but we might try something like that out. Ooh, we're not great at growing food. Oof. And everyone is happy as long as something, we don't have too many colonies, maybe? Something like that. Oh, we start off with some technology, xenobiology, and rare earth foams. They're going to help. Okay, so we're done. We have... So most players, most factions you can start as give you a colony ship and a scout ship and a home system to start in. We don't get that. We just get one super colony ship called the Argosy. It's the ship that was dying and crippled and came across this rejuvenation field and was restored, saving our lives. But we don't have a home system yet, so we have to choose. We've got Galter over here. This lovely star system. Take a look. It's got a huge desert planet. It is currently inhospitable. Not great, but it's got some curiosities. Good at industry, good at dust. Yeah. A large arid planet. Potentially great. Currently inhospitable. Medium toxic planet. It's going to be tough to do something with. It is currently inhospitable. And a medium boreal planet. This is colonizable. It has titanium and what's that stuff called? Hyperium. Pretty good at food, pretty good at science. It's got a little bit of industry and dust going on. Dust, by the way, is our money resource in this game. Having dust is good. It's not everything, but it is nice. We are probably going to end up here, but let me see. Izar, I noticed over here, looks like it's entirely inhospitable with its small ash planet, its huge ash planet. Ooh, platforms of Ys. We are going to want to take that over eventually when we can. Desert planet with polar tempests. That's rough. Exceedingly cold winters. Large continental masses drive this planet through cycles of violent weather. That is not going to be a fun planet to colonize someday, but we probably will, because we will definitely want this huge ash planet with the platform of Ys. Ys. It has that symbol there, 500 plus 500. It's like the military defense for the system. Or it's kind of, it's dual, that's like your manpower for, you need a certain number of manpower for your ships, and you also need it for defense. Plus 2 population slot. It's already a huge planet, but this can have plus 2 groups of people in addition to whatever a huge planet can normally accommodate. So yeah, we're definitely going to want that eventually. Sylphy, I can tell from these symbols, these are not hospitable planets. We just have the one filled in circle down here that shows a planet we can currently colonize. But what have we got? A white star. Fine, I'll take a look. It looks like ash. Oh, with a tree. Tree of Worlds. Wow. And a small steppes planet. So that's not too exciting. This other huge ash planet with the Tree of Worlds, plus 20 food production for the system, plus 6 happiness per person living on this planet, and plus 2 food, which I think is per person living on the planet, but that it doesn't say so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it says plus 2 from Tree of Worlds, so I think that is per person. Anyway, ash planets are great, except they do make people kind of sad to live on ash planets. Steppe planets are kind of neutral, like a little bit unhappy, but not super unhappy. Boreal's pretty good. Anyway, we're gonna move our ship. We're gonna take this guy, move it over here. Oh, it's gonna take 2 turns. But we do want to colonize the one planet that we can colonize. And that is pretty much our turn. So it does say here we've discovered this rejuvenation field. That is going to be nice someday when we colonize the system. We'll eventually get this influence bubble, and that bubble can grow and grow and grow over time, and it might just reach out to this rejuvenation field eventually, and this system will get that 25 dust bonus and health regen on ships in the hangar or in orbit, which is great. And also ships in battle will repair in each phase. I don't know if it's likely that this system's influence will reach out here, or if maybe what's more likely is eventually we'll colonize this system, Izar, and get its influence over, because that's a shorter distance, but we'll see. We also have a hero, Petrov Yutka? I don't know. We could take a look at her. She is another ghost from a long line of ghosts. Yutka? Don't know. Always had an uncanny knack for infiltration and ambush operations. A natural warrior, an unpredictable commander. Yada yada yada. So obviously she is of the Vaulters. She is an overseer, which focuses on system-wide resources, fleet development, overseership, oriented towards support and defense. She is also a scientist, which I think... No, that doesn't do anything. I mean, it could do something eventually. It's her political party, and if the scientist political party gains power, she is the de facto leader of that party. She is the first hero of our empire who is part of that party. So if the scientists get to be in charge, then she will be their representative. But as a Vaulter, she gets access to these perks. When she levels up as an Overseer, she gets access to these perks. This one I'm noticing is great to have to make her the governor of our home system someday. It'll be an amazing perk to get, and let's see. Oh, if she is the political leader, we'll get bonus science for every strategic deposit across our empire. And the system that she is the governor of will get 10% science bonus per strategic deposit in the system. So we already know we've got some of that titanium and hyperium. So yeah, she is definitely going to be our candidate to govern this system next turn when we get there. Our empire now has access to Red Sang, which is a luxury resource, which is somewhere in the system. It's on this large arid planet that we can't colonize yet, so to say we have access to it is a bit of an overstatement. I can see if we have any. Yeah, I think it would show up here somewhere if we had any of it. Oh yeah, it's a luxury resource. It's here. We've got 0. So we have access in a way in that, like, we know where to find it. We're going to end our turn. And in my head, this means a year passes, but you can decide what you want. Okay, so we're going to finish our movement to this system. Our special colony ship will go into orbit. We will select it from here. And we will colonize Galter 4. So majestic, this medium-sized boreal planet. These medium-sized boreal creatures. Okay, so here we are in our new home system. And we can improve this system with drone networks. I think we're going to do that. More food, more production. We're going to need all the food we can get because these people stink at making food. This is also a cheap upgrade. It's going to give us science and dust, and so it not only... So a lot of these improvements will cost dust. You see the upkeep down there is 2 dust. That's 2 dust that we have to spend every turn because we built this. Something like this will help make up for that. It will give us 15 dust and cost 0 dust. Generally, any improvement that gives you dust typically doesn't cost any. I don't know if that's always true. I think actually there's definitely exceptions, but we are after 4 turns. This is going to build in 4 turns. After that, we're going to build this, and then we may decide to build this, but we might not. All these numbers look good. You definitely want food to be in the positive. Otherwise, your people will be starving. Oh, and I think we're getting a bonus because we are having a golden age. For the next 8 turns, we get plus 25 to all of our resource production. All the 4 basic resources. This last one is influence, which just gets a plus 5. We get plus 25 total. 15 happiness. That's the thumbs up on this system, and plus 10 on all of our systems, which is just this one. And we're going to look at our science. We can research something. We got 4 categories of science. This bottom one is mostly like further science and exploration. This one is more about trade. What is it? Population, diplomacy, industry, strategic resources, dust, and trade. Actually, we do definitely want, we want to make use of that titanium and hyperium as soon as possible. So we're going to get those 2 sciences as our next ones. We are also going to want to be able to... We're going to want to be able to colonize arid planets, and then someday ash. I want to see what it's going to take. Where do we get ash? Oh, that's a planetary spell. Okay, this maybe? These flags. Oh, colonize ash. So we can do that soon. I think I want arid next, and that's going to be probably somewhere over here. This one. Okay, so that's... Yeah, and then ash. Let's get all of those in the queue. But we're really going to want like as many kinds of colonization as possible. The thing is, like, we have an unusual type of colony ship, and apparently by settling here we get a scout ship. I didn't realize that. I'm noticing that we can currently repair and upgrade it to the latest design. I don't know exactly why we don't have the latest design. We haven't designed anything here. But there's 2 things I want to do. So we can use these probes and actually learn a little bit more about this huge desert planet and this medium toxic planet. So let's try that. This planet has propitious seasons, plus 2 food, plus 1 happiness per person, and we just got 75 dust, just added to our bank. So we could do that a few more times. I believe this has 3 more probes, and we have 3 more anomalies to check out. Oh, this one did nothing. Expedition failed. Alright, nothing there. How about this last life form anomaly? We found some red sang, and we got 20 red sang in our banks. Does that mean... No, there's no red sang on this planet the way there is on this one. We just found a stash of red saying, and there's no more to be found. Okay, so then we can check out this atmospheric curiosity on this toxic planet. Psychoactive air. Imagine that. +1 happiness, +1 dust, and -1 science. So people are happy, they're making money, they are not so scientifically productive. And we just got a bunch of influence for finding that, which is not too shabby. Oh, so here's that privateer function. We can turn this fleet, this just little scout ship, into a privateer, which shows up as a pirate for other factions. Yeah, I'm sure there's like a strategic way to make use of that, but I've never really bothered with it. I am curious though, we do have like an updated design for this little scout. And I'm wondering if it's the design we want. We can change things here. We have 2 slots that are okay, that are designed for weapons. One of them, weapons only. You can see it by that symbol, sword, just weapons. This one, weapons or support, and we currently have a support, like ship speed upgrade there. We got some armor. This could be a support module, and I'm probably gonna change it. Because it'd be nice to have 2 speed upgrades. So we've got 2 probe upgrades, which gives us 2 probes each, and vision range upgrade. I'm happy with that number, but I think I want an extra. Let's change that out, and we're gonna add another speed upgrade so we can move 10 units of distance in 1 turn instead of just 7. So yeah, 10 is better than 7. And we don't need the armor because we're not going to use the ship to fight. We can probably get rid of the gun too. I don't necessarily want it totally defenseless. I might swap out the gun for a laser. I think a laser is just better. Maybe missile, because like if it's in a fight, missiles are good at long range, and they're like average. You can see down at the bottom. Ranges, short range, poor, 25% effectiveness. Medium range, average, 50% effectiveness. Long range, optimal, 100%. So they're not likely going to be in short range battles because they're not likely going to survive getting close enough. So if I'm in a battle, I probably just want this thing to do as much damage as it can before it goes kaput. And so maybe the torpedoes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much. Maybe I go for the opal laser. It's just the gun is like terrible at long range. It's only really effective at short. So I'm gonna, I'll replace it with a laser, stop thinking about it, apply this design, move on with my life. And we can edit this guy too, although it's all speed. So I think I'm happy with that. I can put some armor there instead if I want, but if this thing gets blown up in battle, I think it just like respawns at my nearest. It respawns somewhere. It takes a long time to get repaired. It's annoying, but not the end of the world if that thing gets blown up. We found some transvine somewhere, apparently. And we found some dark glitter somewhere, apparently. I'm not sure. Oh, no, we didn't even send the scout anywhere. Well, let's do that. It gets a speed upgrade, and we can continue exploring in this direction. Haven't seen another planet yet, another star system yet, so we don't know what's out there. But like we know what's over here. We don't have to explore that direction as much. This colony ship, in 4 turns, it's going to be ready to go. But I think it's going to take even more turns for us to get like another free colonization. I think in Maybe we'll see it when we get to it. Here's our political panel, and we do want to check this out because we've got a law active that actually we're making use of. We can research technologies from the next stage of technology. So over here, when we were looking at our research, normally at this stage in the game, we'd only have this first ring available to choose from until, like, if we unlock one of these, we get the next one. One of these, we get the next one. But like over here, we don't have anything unlocked, and yet we could just go straight for botanical scanning or efficient shielding, and skip these two if we so choose. Same over here with the military. We could skip these first two and go straight for autonomous construction. It just so happens we do want these basic technologies before we move on to the next. And over here we started with these two, so we could move on to this one. But here, look, we can go to the third ring because we already have this unlocked the normal way. We can get over here. We're sort of boosted up a level from where we should be allowed. Anyway, that's because of this law, and this is active because our scientists are in charge of our government. We are a federation. We have two parties in power, and look at that. Our hero, the leader of our scientist faction. The militarists have no hero in charge, just some people. They are the weaker party, but they are there. They do get representation, and so over here we can choose another law if we want, and we get to choose some of these neutral laws, or a scientist law, or a militarist law. And that's my dog who wants to go outside again, even though I just let him out. So let's take a break here, and next time we will choose a law and keep on going. All right, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one.